Welcome to YouTube Creator News, where I keep content creators like you up to date with everything that's happening on YouTube. Today, we have some interesting information that we're going to be pointing out about a YouTube feature that you can use to grow your channel faster. And this is especially important for those of you that are trying to get into the YouTube Partner Program because it can accelerate that as well. We're also talking about if you have been hearing some information about the YouTube Community tab and just like things that you can do to actually get it. There's a lot of misinformation going out around that I'm going to clarify. In addition to that, we've got some interesting news about live streaming for YouTube content creators and more YouTube creator news starting right now with the misinformation information. Now, when it comes to the misinformation that is happening right now on YouTube, it's all about the community tab. So there's a lot of information going around about different things that you can do to possibly, hack your way into the community tab, or that you can badger YouTube support in order to get the community tab. But I just want to take a quick moment to spread the awareness that that is not how you get the community tab. All you have to do is you have to either, one, be patient because they're still rolling it out. They've rolled it out to tons of channels, but it's, like we're getting there, but they're still rolling it out. But in addition to that, you have to make sure that you have advanced features enabled on your channel. So I have a video, it's a YouTube short, so it's really fast, down in my video description from Renee Ritchie, who is a the YouTube liaison that just tells you exactly what it is that you need to do, and that also shares a little bit more details on this misinformation about the community tab. Next, we have Live Together that is starting to roll out this week on YouTube. Now, what this is where two content creators on their mobile devices are going to be able to start live streaming together. So how this would work is, let's say that I had a mobile live stream that I was doing on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to have you come on and hang out during the live stream. Or let's say that, as another example of this, let's say that we were going to do like a Q&A session to where maybe I had one of you guys come on and just ask me some questions about your channel, and then we go through that, and then I have somebody else come on or whatever. It's going to give us the ability to do that sort of thing, which is really cool. But this is only for mobile devices, and as part of this, you have to have 50 subscribers to host it, but you can have 0 subscribers and still join as a guest, which is pretty cool. But that guest channel does need to make sure that they don't have any community guidelines or copyright strikes on their channel. As one more important part of this, because I know that people are going to ask me this in the comment section, when it comes to your ad revenue for anything that's generated in terms of any supers that you get for your live stream or any ad revenue that's generated, that all goes to the host or the person that is setting it up for the live stream. And this is not something that's going to happen on both channels simultaneously. This is just one conversation that can happen on one channel at this moment in time. Next thing we have on the list is we have a language expansion on search insights. When it comes to search insights, those are in your YouTube analytics. If you have a desktop computer, you would go in that way. You can do it on mobile too, I believe. But on a desktop computer, you go in and you go into your YouTube analytics. It's the tab on the far right that says research. There has been some language limitations, but they've added a few new languages to that. One of them being Japanese, another Korean, and the next one being Hindi. So if you are in that category and you need that, then in that case, that is there for you. Next thing that we have here is Superthanks on phone, and then right here in a second we're going to get to the one that you're probably in here for. But Superthanks on phone. So what's going to happen here is, if you have monetization enabled on your channel, as long as you have notifications, or comment notifications, I should say to be specific, if you have comment notifications enabled on your phone, then you are going to get the notification when somebody gives you a Superthanks, which is pretty cool. The win with this in terms of a use case is, let's say somebody gives you a Superthanks. Instead of you just looking through your comments, a few days later, or a week later, a month later, and accidentally running across it, what you can do is, as soon as you get that notification or shortly after, you can come in and, thank that person for it or whatever. And hopefully, if other people see that type of interaction and that type of speed coming in, hopefully, others might follow suit and donate as well, or, give you that super thanks for appreciating your content. Now let's get into the juice of what you probably clicked on this for. So one thing that we talked about here, this is probably 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, we talked about how my brother had noticed playlists showing up underneath his video. This is starting to roll out to more YouTube channels now. You can see Daniel Batal sent me this screenshot. He's getting it on his channel right now as well. And what's happening is playlists are showing up underneath videos. Now, if you're not using playlists right now, I want to tell you that playlists can be a game changer for you when it comes to amplifying your watch time, your view counts, and your recommendations on YouTube. Because if people go in and they watch a bunch of videos in your playlist, that's a really good signal to YouTube that lets people, or that lets YouTube know that people are really digging your content. So what happens there is if people watch a bunch of your videos in your playlist, then YouTube's more likely to recommend your content to them later and essentially follow them around YouTube, trying to get them to watch more of your videos or showing them more of your videos wherever it is they're interacting on YouTube. So because of that, if you're not using playlist right now, they are putting emphasis on playlists. This is why I wanted to make sure that you're aware of this. They're putting emphasis on playlists, which means they're highlighting them on the platform, which also means that you need to make sure that you're using this so you can drive people into sets of your content instead of just having somebody watch one of your videos. Now, the really cool thing about this is that it doesn't matter if you come into the individual video in terms of if somebody, shares it out or whatever, and they click on that one video, or if they just go in through a playlist, they're still going to see this particular tag, which is really cool. And another part of this is that if you scroll down further on the channels that have this, and of course, for those of you that watch Daniel Batal's content, you can see this in action on his YouTube channel. If you want to just see what it looks like and kind of go through the flow and watch some of his content and subscribe while you're over there. But when it comes to this, if you scroll down underneath it, they also have a section right underneath the chapters that also highlights the featured playlist that it's pulling that content from. So the win here is that they're trying to drive people into that playlist for you underneath the actual video itself. And then if somebody goes down and they're looking in your chapters trying to find, more of content or very specific parts of your content or whatever, or if they just go down into your video description, then they're going to see something like this where it shows that featured playlist where they can go in there and watch more of your content, which is a win. Now, the big highlight on this, because, I like to share the news, but I also like to help you think about, like how would you actually use this and what are some best practices? So a lot of times right now, content creators will look at their playlists and they'll just use it as something like, food in restaurants, food I make at home, if it's like a food channel or something like that. And they use it more as a way to categorize their content. But the way that you need to start thinking about your playlists, and this is something we've been talking about for a really long time, but the way that you need to start thinking about your playlist titles, if you're not doing this already, is you need to start thinking, okay, just like my video content, when I have to compel somebody to click on my video and so that they can come in and want to enjoy the content, you need to start thinking of your playlist that way too, so that when that does show up underneath your video, that people will think like, oh, there's a lot more of this, and if I'm enjoying this, then I want to click into that and go and watch more of these videos. And this is going to become increasingly more important as more and more users start using this feature as it gets deployed across more and more YouTube channels. So please make sure that you are not sleeping on this feature, because it can really stack up to a lot of views over time, because one, people going into your playlist, is a win because you get the immediate views and watch time right there. But the fact that they're watching more of your videos can also help YouTube recommend them more of your content, which is a huge win, from the satisfaction side of things and helping you grow your YouTube channel faster and amplify what it is that you're doing. Now, the next thing that we have on this list is about product tagging. So you also heard me talking a few weeks ago about product tagging in live streams and that it was coming to videos as well. They are rolling that out right now to more and more channels where you are starting to see the availability for product tagging. I have it in live streams. I do not currently have it in the videos that I noticed. But Daniel noticed this on one of the channels that he works with, and he sent this over to me as well. And you can see in the upload process that you can actually click into the product tagging area there, and you can go ahead and tag products that will show up around your videos as well, which is a pretty cool thing. Now, another thing that I want to bring to your attention is a lot of you know, especially those of you that are here on a regular basis, you know that my brother D and I, we have a free music resource for content creators. It's called Creator Mix, as you can see on the screen. But there was an issue that we had with people signing up with their emails, and based on the specific email services they were getting or that they were using, they were not receiving the sign up emails. So what I wanted to let you know with this is that if you are one of those people where you signed up, but you did not get the confirmation email that gave you access, make sure that you contact support@creatormix.com, because we now have that situation resolved, or about 99% resolved. And if you send that email, then we'll go ahead and get you taken care of over there and make sure that you can have access so you can start listening to the music and just using the music in your videos and live streams and all of that stuff as well. And right here, there's going to be a video for you that YouTube thinks is going to be a great fit for you. You can go ahead and click into that right now, because that's the news. See you next Friday.